It was midterm and I went to the school library to read. I got pressed and decided to go to the bathroom. And getting there, I couldn't help but perceive the faint smell of cigarettes. Who could be smoking in the school? It was Alexa and Tim. I took a video recording and a picture, but my shutter sound exposed me. I ran and they tried to chase me, but I was fast. I went to report to the principal. After 2 days of investigation, Alexa and Tim were suspended for 2 days. What? Just 2 days? I was pacing my class after I heard the news. What was I expecting anyway? Our father literally owns the school. After school that day, Alexa came to me and said, "You will regret what you just did." She pushed me and walked away. If I knew she wouldn't be expelled, I wouldn't have reported. 2 days later, my dad lost his job. 2 weeks later, we were kicked out of our house. We couldn't pay the mortgage. Mr. Brooke bought the house and kicked us out. With the little saving my dad had, we were able to rent another apartment. Though smaller, it was in a new area, so I don't mind. My dad tried to get another job, but he couldn't. Mr. Brooke made sure that he couldn't get any corporate job. He finally got a job as a driver for an Indian man, Mr. Raja. That was where I met Pia. She was Mr. Raja's daughter, fresh out of college and now works in her father's company. I and Pia were close. She was like a big sister I never had. We'd go shopping together, to the park. My dad and Mr. Raja became close friends. I went back to school. Years passed and I was done with my high school and college. Mr. Raja had handed over the company to his daughter, Pia, and was now retired. My dad now owned a car dealership and other smaller businesses. Mr. Raja set up my dad before he retiring because he was a very good employee. I now own my own publishing firm, though just 2 months since I started, it's been thriving. One Monday morning, there was a knock on my door. It was my secretary. She said, "A lady is looking for you." I said, "Let her in." A lady in her early 40s came in looking for a job. I looked at her and I saw her CV. Her name was Alexa Brooke. I looked up at her and said, "I once had a friend with your name and surname. It didn't end well though. I'm sorry, there's no vacancy, I'm fully staffed." The lady broke down in tears. I was confused as to what was happening. "I'm Alexa, your friend. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." What? I was perplexed. "Why do you look so old? I thought you were 40 plus. I never finished senior high. I dropped out, I got pregnant. Before the baby was born, Tim was arrested with a group of drug dealers and was sent to prison. He was killed in a prison fight. My dad has a life sentence for murder, and all his properties have been seized because he was involved in fraud. I have nothing." "What about your mom?" "She married a new husband, and it wants nothing to do with me." "That's sad. I can't help you. As I said, there's no vacancy." "Please help me." I walked out to the office and left her crying on the floor. I haven't heard of Alexa in a while, but last I heard, she was working in a restaurant as a janitor. I'm going to say good riddance.